So today, just putting this one out there just to prep. I'm really thinking about going through my foot pedals and just kind of, not today, but this I'm throwing this out there. I also have something that I think is going to be very, very interesting right here, just so you guys can see it. So that right there, I'm jumping right in. This right here is when you're using your amplifiers. If you look on the back, it'll tell you that it's best run at 115, or it can, it should run at 110, whatever it tells you to run it at. Unfortunately, what comes out the wall at your house is 120, unless you're in Europe. If you see this in Europe, then 240 over there, I think. 220, 240. Anyway. And they're, I don't know. Maybe there's other, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what comes out in California out of the wall is 120. Sometimes it can vary from what I understand. It can even go up more than 120, but nonetheless, if the amp says run it at 115 and you got 120 coming out the wall, you're asking that amp to take that extra load. And it can do it. It's just, you're shortening the life of your tubes, you're shortening the life of the amp, really, if you don't try and accommodate it with that. It also, by changing the voltage here, or adjusting your volts to the amp, what it requires or what it's calling for. I've seen some guys that, they say Eddie Van Halen used one, and that's how he got such a great sound and tone, is because it actually does help affect your sound and tone. I've watched a couple videos on it, and I gotta be honest, yeah, I think that from what I listened to, it sounded like it did help a little. But nonetheless, I think what we'll do is I'm gonna figure out which amp to use next Friday, and sit down and we'll go through that. But we're also I'm gonna start going through the foot pedals and kind of letting you guys see what I have and what I use and what I experiment with, because I have a lot of overdrives, distortion, chorus, delay. What else is down there? I got the phase 90. I think everyone has to have that. I use a volume pedal. A lot of people ask, why do I use a volume pedal? Well, if I'm doing a live show and I have all my pedals on, rather than go around and click off all my pedals, obviously the best way for me to cut it is hit the volume. Nothing's going to the amp, silence. Otherwise, sometimes, obviously, don't cut your volume good enough, whether it's feedback, noise in the background. Just try to eliminate stuff like that. A Morley wall. I use a wall. Amps, man, we're gonna have to go through that one day, because I just changed up some amps, and I'll go through that. We'll go through that. But today, the point behind this is I'm really getting excited to try some of these things out, and I think I'm gonna go down the avenue of maybe my tone, which is nothing exciting. Obviously, I don't use what some of the other big dogs use. The guys use, I use a super lead, a tiki drive, and then I have some very, the Mojo. I got off the wall stuff, and I go through tone. I think I said this one of my other videos where I go through tone. Yeah, I'm all over the place with my tone. But that's what I'm planning on doing, is taking a whole video of, just kind of run through some of the equipment, maybe split it into two, because that'd be there's so much stuff on the floor and so much stuff going on. But also just wanted to, to touch on
music in general, man, is it nice to see that they're opening stuff up and bands are getting back out there. Our band is gonna start rehearsing because we got a show at the Orange County Fair we gotta do. So a lot going on, man. A lot going on. So I'm hoping, oh yeah, and the Vegas trip. Man. Well, apparently it's gonna be like 119 degrees or something up there, and I was gonna take my mom with me. Between the drive, the heat when we get there, my mom's got a bunk knee, so on and so forth. It just started becoming one of those. And my wife and I have already been up this year, and we want to go back again in November because we always go in November. With all those things going on, it was like, should we really do this? So unfortunately, there's not going to be any Vegas stuff. But fortunately, we're going to run down to the beach. So I think I'm going to document that day on Monday. Today is Friday. So I'm going to document that day. Again, I'm going to start touching on some of the equipment stuff. The other thing that I'm contemplating is I'm trying to get a nice ride in on the Harley where I can go to, somewhere nice and cool, because it's super hot right now, and riding a Harley in the heat's a bad thing anyway. Well, it's not a bad thing. It's always nice to ride the Harley. It's just it makes it super hard to enjoy when it's baking hot outside. But nonetheless, I've got these ideas going on with what I want to do. And I think I'm going to start with the equipment and kind of go through everything a bit at a time. Obviously, if I go to the beach Monday, I'll put that on here. I mentioned in my last video, and I'm going to mention it again. Please don't get bored with me saying this, but I do have a health coach business. Teach you how to change your lifestyle. Teach you how to eat right. If you don't like to exercise, trust me, this diet's it's not a diet. I'm sorry. I don't even know why that word came out my mouth. It really is just it's a plan, and it's a healthy plan. It's a healthy living plan. Apologize for using the word diet. Just gets used too much. I'm sorry. It just does. Everybody try to see it as changing your lifestyle and changing your what you do, right? So I just wanted to retouch on that real quick on did I do that? So if anyone sees this video and says, okay, I want to know what his secret is, just comment below, message me, whatever it is you got to do. You can find me on Instagram, Damon's Deliberate Detour. You can find me on Facebook, same thing. Just poke around. You'll find me. If you need to, comment below and say, hey, I couldn't find you. And I'll find you. Because if you comment below, I'll find you. Like and subscribe. Please, if you don't mind. Pretty simple. Just a little tink. Subscribe. Tink. Notifications. Bink. Like. Bink. Dislike. I don't know. You dislike. I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to throw this out there real quick. Been running around like a chicken with his head cut off today, and I really didn't prep myself that good for, but I got excited about wanting to show you guys this thing, some of my pedals and amps, but I want to do it right. I don't want to, when I film it, I want to film it right. I don't want to, be all over the place. So that's what we're going to do. Monday, the beach. So there'll be this video, and then Monday, I'll do this here, there, and then throw this out. A one-off. If I get the urge sometime over the weekend, I'm thinking I might pick up one of these axes and come in here and just play along to a legal backing track. I guess. Because if you use someone else's backing track that doesn't belong to you, the video won't make it on the tube land. Okay, enough babble. It's enough. Stop it. Anyway, like and subscribe.
keep watching. Monday, another video coming, beach time. And then you can guess what beach I'm at. I'll show it. Okay. Nonetheless, enjoy your weekend. Stay cool if you're in the heat. Go somewhere nice if you're not. But nonetheless, guys, thanks for putting up with me just being blah-blahing and blab-blabbing today. I do have one other thing that I will share, and I'll share it Monday. I did a thing the other day, so I'll show it to you though on Monday. Anyway, peace. Enjoy your weekend. Much love.